Hello, everyone. This is Peggy from the Quire team. So is my voice clear enough for everyone joining right now? If not, please let us know in the chat section and I will try to fix my voice. I just want to make sure does everybody has the permission to leave messages in the chat? Okay, I'll just go ahead and start today's webinar for today's topic. Okay. Okay, so welcome everyone. My name is Peggy from the Quire team. So the first question of the day is that who is already using an AI assistant day to day? So for example, if you're using ChatGPT or Claude or anything else. So our idea for today is actually to share that if you're already talking to your AI assistant all day, what if you ever never have to leave your work and get your work done inside the AI assistant? So for today, I will introduce several workflows and then how to show you like how you can put all the work from the AI assistant that you're already using right now. So this is just a quick housekeeping notes before we go ahead and get started to our main topic. So like you see already right now, everyone's microphone is already muted and the cameras are already turned off. And also the screen will be recorded. This whole webinar session will be recorded. If you have any questions, just let us know in the chat during the demo later on. And Vicky, I have Vicky here with me. She will be online and helping me to answer the questions live. And at the end, I will save several minutes to answer the questions that you might have. Yeah, so that's it. Again, the webinar session is recorded and I will send out the recording afterwards. Plus, I will go ahead and send out the prompt cheat sheet for today's webinar. So you can find the chat at the top section if you're using the browser. And if you're joining us on your mobile phone, there is a chat option at the bottom menu bar. And for some people, if you don't want to turn on the sound, there's a live captions option as well. You can find it in the More menu. You can turn it on over there. Okay, so this is the agenda for today and how we will be spending the next hour. I will spend about a minute to explain the whole idea and how you can connect Quire to your AI using MCP. This will take about 3 to 5 minutes. There won't be any code involved during this process. And from there, I will introduce 4 core workflows that I put together. This is where we will spend most of our time. And then a short note for the developers, if you're in the room. And finally, at the end, there will be some time saved for your questions. Okay. So this is mainly what I want to share for you today. So on the left, you can see a messy paragraph of meeting notes. And if I go ahead and paste that into my AI that I'm using, for example, I'm using Claude for today. And on the right, you can see that after I pasted my prompt and all the messy notes, my Quire project will actually fill up with the tasks automatically, already assigned and already dated. So I didn't open up Quire in this process, but to show you, I actually did. But if you're using your AI assistant, you don't need to open up Quire. And after you enter in the prompt, it will automatically read the tasks inside Quire and give you the additional information that you need. So the main topic, the main point for today is by the end of this webinar, this session, we hope that you can do it yourself using your own account. Okay. So again, this is basically the whole idea for today. Your AI has always been able to talk about your work, but now with your AI, you can act on it and act on it directly inside Quire. So you stay in the assistant, you already know, but in Quire, it get updated in the background. Okay. So today I will be using this sample project to show you how you can do this. So I have this project called Launch Day. So this is a project that I've built for example, a customer event on, let's say, August 14th. And I put in all the areas of work like venues, for like speakers, and all the tasks with due dates and people in my team that are assigned to the tasks. So basically, this is what I put inside my Quire project, and I will use the AI assistant, Claude, for today to help me update and to read over this task list and help me to update all the information that I need automatically. So before I go into and tell you like how it actually can read and update the project, I want to go over a quick explanation on that. So the thing that lets your AI reach into Quire is actually called MCP. So you can think of it as a universal adapter between the AI that you're using and Quire, the tools that you use. So it works it works with like major AI assistants, for example, Claude, or if you're using ChatGPT or any other Perplexity, any other thing, Copilot, and all that. So you're not locked into the one that I'm showing for you today, but you can choose the one that you are already using or you are more familiar with. Okay, and it's safe by design because it acts as you. So only when you ask, it will do what you say. So you can switch it off and you can revoke the permission with one click. Okay, so this part is actually how you can connect Quire with your MCP. So it takes about 5 minutes and there's no code required. And I've pre-recorded this part because it will take some steps. But basically, you need to add Quire from the add page, and then you need to give it permission. You need to sign in that one time and then approve this connection. And you can see on the screen, it's already done. So for the first step, to prove that it will work, it's connected, you can actually use a live prompt I've showed you on the screen. So for example, you can say like using Quire, give me an overview on my launch day project, which is the project that I've showed you earlier, and to tell me like what's done and what's in progress and what's overdue. So I can show you a quick sample video that I've recorded earlier. So basically, let me see. Okay, so this is what you can see if it's working. So right now on the screen, you will see if I go ahead and type in that prompt, it will go over the tasks inside my launch day project. And after that, I will fast forward. It will read over the tasks and tell me like what the information that I needed. So for example, it will tell me that, for example, I've already done 2 tasks and there are 1 task in progress and there are 9 tasks that are still overdue. So this will prove that you are already connected Quire with your, for example, Claude or your other AI assistant. So now we have proven that the connection between your AI works and Quire is a success. So for the main topic for today, I will be showing you 4 workflows and how you can build them. So first workflow is how AI can help you capture your work. And then for the second one is how you can use AI to help you understand the tasks, the work inside project. And then for the third workflow is that how you can use AI to help you like decide what to prioritize. And finally, how you can help you like monitor and does the work for you. So this first workflow that I'm showing you is actually the sample that I showed you earlier. This workflow is to help you capture all the tasks that you need. So for this workflow, basically it helps you with the problem for example, nowadays a lot of people use their some other tools to auto-generate their transcript while having their meetings. So basically, you all have this transcript, and you will need someone to go through it by hand and then turn it into real tasks. But now with your AI assistant, you can do that, all the steps for you, and it can help you save time. So you can see on the screen, I have this example showed you earlier. Let me close this other tasks off. Okay. I have already set up a recording as well for the first workflow. So right now you can see that I've used this prompt to help me capture the tasks. So here's the prompt that I will be using. So it reads like, here's the transcript and for the launch day planning meeting. And please help me to identify all the actions and all that. And I will list out all the things that it needs to do. And then I will paste in my transcript that I got from the other meeting tools as well. And you can see that it will help me like list out after reading all the information, it will help me list out all the things that I need. So for example, you can see that it already transcript into the tasks that I need to organize and already let me know who the task needs to assign to and add the due dates as well and flagged what I haven't decided yet. So for before using AI, this will take about an hour or so to get all this information organized and stuff. But using this, it will turn into all the information and organized within a few minutes. And automatically, it will add the tasks that you need into the Quire project. So you can go straight into Quire or other people that has already been assigned to the tasks. They can go straight into Quire and know that what needs to be done and what the due dates are. And for the next workflow, after capturing all the tasks, you need to get a second opinion. So you can use AI to help you do that as well. It will help you understand what needs to be done inside the Quire project. Quire actually can show you what tasks exist and what tasks are added, but it cannot tell you like whether this whole plan that you set up actually holds up. So you can ask AI to review it. For example, like an experienced manager would often do. So for example, I can use a prompt say review this launch day project as a experienced event project manager, and I can also type in like help me identify the biggest risks to the due date to the project date, which is August 14th, and help me identify all the blockers. And you can also tell your AI assistant to help you recommend the next actions and list out all the missing tasks inside Quire automatically. So I also recorded this as well to show you that it will actually do that inside Quire automatically. So for this example, you can see that after I type in this prompt, it will help me review all the tasks, which is on the right-hand side, all the tasks inside this Quire project, and then help me list out all the biggest risks that I need to like prioritize. And then it will also show you like what let me see, other like shows you like the tasks that aren't assigned yet, so that you need to get more attention to, and what tasks are missing. So it will automatically add the tasks that are missing into Quire, so you can go ahead, or the other team members can go into Quire and see and pick up their work. So I will let this screen record run, and you will see that the task will automatically be added to the Quire project. And for the third workflow, let me go through this. So for the third workflow, it's actually to help you like prioritize all the tasks that are added to Quire project. So for most of us, we don't struggle with creating the tasks, but we struggle with what we need to like tackle first, because everything is scattered all over. So with Quire, actually, we have a filter feature built in, but it will actually filter out the task or narrow down the list that you already have. But your AI with the AI assistant that you use, it can take another step further. It can actually reasons through the task list and tells you like what you need to get focused on and why. So to show you this, I already built a folder inside Quire, so I can show you like the setup that I already have inside Quire. So for my example, you can see that I've already built this folder inside Quire, and I have the launch day project added here as well. And within this folder, I have other 5 projects in total. And here, if I go ahead and click this list tab, you can see that all the tasks within this 5 folders, 5 projects are added here and all shown here. But you won't know like which task you need to tackle first for your project, for your members. So with AI, it can actually help you like sort out all the tasks and tell you why you need to focus on what first. So for example, you can put in a prompt like look only at the projects, and you can paste in the project URL and let it focus on the folder. And you can tell it to find the high priority tasks, or list out anything that are due this week, and list out all the tasks that are assigned and all that, and explain why I need to focus on the task that you list out. And actually, after it runs, it will read every project inside that folder and return with a plan and with a reason. So it will tell you like what's due this week and all that. So Quire actually shows you everything, but the AI assistant can let you know like where you can go ahead and get started. So with this workflow, you can know like you've captured the workflow, your work, and after that you understood it, and now you prioritize what matters the most. And for the last one is to show you like you don't need to even ask, and it will automatically do that on a scheduled time. So for this workflow for this last step, this one is like where you won't need to ask, meaning that you can simply set up a scheduled tasks and let it run on its own. So for this example, I'm using Claude again. And inside Claude, there's something called a scheduled task. So with this feature, you can tell it to on a fixed time. So for example, on Monday morning, to run a special prompt that you tell it to do. So for this example, I told it to run every Monday morning at a specific time, which is 9 p.m., to review all the tasks that I have inside the launch day project, and then flag anything that are overdue or at risk or unassigned and all that. And I also included inside my prompt the format that I'm comfortable with, which is a bullet list. And then you can actually talk to your AI and help like describe the report that you want to see and help let you like see the structure that you want. So in this case, I also written in my prompt that to help me create a document view inside my Quire project. So if you're using Quire for some time, you know that within each project, you can add a new tab, which is called the document view. And I use this feature and tell it to AI that please help me like update the report every Monday morning. So it will help me go through the project list, all the tasks, and automatically create an report. So once that is set up, I don't need to type in anything or tell it to do anything each Monday. It will do it automatically and run on its own and update the report on its own. So I only need to go into Quire and go over the report every Monday morning. So with this, comparing to like how most of the teams like handle the status report today, it's always like manual and it will a lot of problems will surface too late. This will change that because I already set up the things that I want and tell it to automatically update all the information within Quire. And with this prompt, I told it to not create anything under not under my permission and tell it not to like edit or delete anything. So it will only update the report that I want, and my project task list will stay untouched, so I don't need to go over it again. Okay. Um, So for the next part is like if you're more comfortable with typing commands or rather than clicking around inside a interface, a AI assistant interface, we also offer a command line tool, which is the CLI. You can use this to like script and schedule these same actions yourself. But I won't go into the details over here. If you need more information, we actually have a document written in details information. So you can go into that document and go over all the information that you need. And for what we are working on, this for that last part is actually what covers the all the workflow that I want to talk about for today. And for this next part is what we are working on and what is coming soon. So for now, for today, we have talked about like using AI and staying inside your AI assistant. But for what is coming soon, we want to bring it the other way around. So bring the AI directly into Quire, so you can do that and plan all the work inside Quire without leaving Quire and with using AI as your assistant inside Quire. So if you're interested in this feature, it's coming soon, and please stay tuned. So that's about what I want to show you quickly for today. So you can go ahead and try to connect your AI with Quire. You can start with the easiest starting point, which is to help you list out the daily plan that you want. You can just tell your AI assistant to list down all the things that you need to focus on and gather all the information within the project inside Quire. For here, you can start a free trial or use the free plan and connect your AI assistant in within about 5 minutes, and then run that prompt, and it will tell you all the information that you need. And we will send out the cheat sheet, which I gather all the, for example, prompts inside that cheat sheet, and I will send it out after this webinar in the follow-up email. So this is just to show you like where you can actually go and find the apps that you want to connect. So right inside Quire, you can open up the apps directory, and you will see the AI platforms available to connect. We have included Claude, ChatGPT, Perplexity, and more. You can just choose the one that you already use and go over and connect, sign in once, and you're done. So I have more resources shared later on, but here I will open up for some questions. So if you have any questions, you can just let us know in the Q&A right now, in the chat right now. So you can let us know the questions that you have right now in the chat. I will need some time to go over the questions, and then help me gather all the information and answer them later on. Okay, so we got some questions. I will go. I've already go through them earlier. I just want to emphasize on one question for now, which is asked by Stefano. So the question is actually, what about security and privacy of our projects when connecting Quire to an AI assistant, right? So the answer that we have is that your data inside the Quire project will always remain inside the Quire workspace. So the AI assistant that you're using, that you've chosen, can only access the information that fulfill the requests that you made. So basically, that is the answer for that question. So another question that we got is the MCP server would just be a free integration on QuireSend. Yes. So the MCP server is MCP connection is free. So you don't need you can connect Quire with your AI assistant for free, but you will need to pay for the AI assistant that you chosen. So that is actually a question that I've included inside this quick Q&A. So I'll just go really quickly through the questions. So a lot of people, a lot of users, if they have questions, the best way to reach out to us, to the support team, is actually using the question mark icon at the top of your workspace. So you don't need to leave Quire to ask us question. You can message us the questions that you have inside Quire, and we will try to answer it as quickly as possible. So the next question about MCP server is that which plan do you need to use Quire MCP? So the connection itself works on any plan, so including this the free one. But the limitation is usually on the AI side. So for example, if you chosen ChatGPTs or Perplexity, their custom connectors requires a paid plan there. And also the next question is, does it make up tasks? Does it hallucinate? The answer will be that it reads the real project data, the real tasks that you have inside your Quire project through the MCP. So it's grounded in what's actually in there. It's not guessing on any other tasks. But for anything like for higher stakes or higher volume, normally we will advise that you ask it to list out what it wants to plan, and then you go ahead and confirm the plan that it suggested and let it run. Yes, so that quickly covers the questions that we have prepared for today. So before I go ahead and end this webinar, this is just a quick extra resources to help you like go deeper into Quire. If you want to reach out for more information, we have a Quire guide, and we have a Quire blog for the workflow ideas. And if you have more questions you want to share with us or with other users, you can reach out in our feedback community. And I will put all these links inside the follow-up email afterwards, after this webinar ends. So we also, if you're new, if you're using this first, if this session is your first one, we have our previous webinars listed inside our YouTube channel as well. I will also include the recording links for you in the follow-up email. So before you go, we want to ask you to leave us some feedback, and Vicky right now will share the feedback survey link inside the chat right now. So please help us for 3 minutes to fill out the survey, and it will help us to know like what you want to know and how we can improve. So I see another question in the chat right now, asking from Jason. So it says that if you've missed it in the presentation, if it was covered, but it's the AI integration in a quick guide. So now Vicky is helping me to paste the link to the guide. You can find more information on the blog post that Vicky already pasted in the chat. So that will be it for today's webinar. That's the whole idea that I want to share for today, how you can run your projects, your Quire projects, without leaving the AI assistant that you're already using. So thank you for joining us for today. Yes, so we hope to see you in the next webinar.